What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your baby J Jack in the building, Jeff in the building. You know what it is. Time for Thawed Magazine Sports Talk. Thawed Sports Talk. Man, we got another thrilling show for you. So, without further ado, won't you introduce the man of the hour, Jeff Bulls.
What's going on?
What up with you, bro? What's going on?
Man, easy Saturday, man. Just taking it easy, man. Taking in a lot of the latest news. So,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah, we gonna have to you gonna have to fill us in on the latest news, bro. We ain't gonna go right into golf and lions and everything. We're gonna get some news going first. So what you got?
Man, so the latest news is Michigan football hired
Ah,
former Utah coach Kyle Whittingham. Uh,
ah.
yeah, Yeah. So good to get that out the way, man. There's a lot of speculation and this coach, that coach. Is it going to be this one? Is it going to be that one? And you know how that go with all these blogs and these insiders and what I mean.
hmm
So it was good to finally get a real announcement and get it going.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I don't know too much about him, so I'll let you handle that and break it down for any of the Michigan fans that pop on. I don't know. We might give them another second, get warmed up first before we jump right in it. Gives people the chance to check in. Um, some reason Facebook the way it do on my personal page is not it's not public, it's private and won't let me edit it. So if you can't on my page or nothing, if you can't see it, go to my Thawed Magazine page or YouTube, or we gonna share the Thawed Magazine on my page. So some reason I gotta figure that out what's going on. But before we do, you know what I mean, we gonna get into that Michigan talk, that breaking news. I thought it was gonna be some breaking news. Nah. I was uh, I know Michigan fans was waiting for the news. So on a scale of 1 to 10 though, how much do you think the average Michigan fan was they disappointed or was they happy with this hire? What level would you put it on?
I put it at a solid 8. I think generally most Michigan fans are excited. I think probably more relieved than anything because again you heard so many names and a bunch of names some names you like, a lot of them you didn't, so it's like, oh no, don't do that. So
Mm,
I think once Kyle Whittingham was announced, I think generally most Michigan fans were good with it. Um, he's a little bit on the older side, but I mean that ain't nothing to really throw us off too much. I mean, a lot of Michigan fans was talking about, the prospects of going to get Indiana coach, and he like
mm,
64 or something like that, 63. So I mean, I don't think age is really a huge thing for
yeah.
Kyle Whittingham. So I think generally, people were excited. And I think now that some of the other conversations are going on, like he's been pretty much able to keep everybody, all the recruits for the most part. I think we had like one or two that went away, but for the most part, everybody cool. So I think that's what's really making people excited. Like, okay, he came in. I believe he flew to Orlando because our bowl game is in Orlando. He flew
Mhm.
there and met with the team and was received well. So I think that's kind of calmed everything down, and now people are excited about what's next.
Yeah. And I don't know too much, but I know he was with Utah. They beat Michigan at once, didn't
Yeah, ironically, yeah, he's been there for a minute.
they?
Hall
Hmm.
of Fame coach, man. I want to say around close to 200 wins, if not 200. And he's been out there like 15 years or so. Made Utah into a kind of a West Coast power. Because before that, Utah wasn't, really much. So built that
Hmm.
program up. And he's universally respected across the country. So, um, yeah, and he was under Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer, many know, came from Utah. That's where he started, and became a major coach out there. And when he was out there, Kyle Whittingham was his defensive coordinator. And when Urban Meyer left and went to Florida, Kyle Whittingham took over, and he's been out there ever since. So yeah,
Okay.
just a
Yeah,
just a
yeah. I
real
mean,
solid hire, man. I think, and
yeah,
he's starting to bring in his coordinators and stuff, and I think that's what's really starting to make people really excited because the style of ball that he's played all of these years is kind of similar to Michigan, like real tough teams, real physical teams, run the ball, low turnovers, just a real physical, brand of ball, and that's kind of their identity. And so for him to bring that to Michigan, I think most Michigan fans like the fit. It's like, okay, we're kind of used to that type of ball. Like he kind of runs the spread a little bit, but it's more of a power spread again, like Urban Meyer, the coach he coached under. So yeah, it's just so far feels like a good fit. And that's what we can say for now. It feels like a good fit.
yeah. And you think what do you think about the dynamic? I mean, we done had some pretty good dynamics of coaches in the rivalry. Of course, D'Antonio and Harbaugh, most recently. You know, how much you think a lot of fans, even me, like even how you say casual fans, gonna feel about Fitzgerald and Whittingham?
That'll be a good matchup, man. Because they're kind of similar. You know what I mean? Like Fitzgerald the same way. He love, he has a physical team. You know what I'm saying? Preaches physicality, discipline. They're kind of both in the same vein in that way. Kyle Whittingham is kind of a sort of like a Dan Campbell type. You know what I mean? Tough guy, rugged, ride a Harley to the to the arena, you know what I mean, like that type of coach. So uh yeah, it'll be interesting to see that matchup between them because it'll just be a physical matchup. I think both fan bases will appreciate going head up with each other, trying to out physical each other. That's football, man. You're trying to impose your will on the opponent, and I think both teams are trying to do that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, and that's being in Michigan, the Midwest. That's what we kind of love. I'm down south. I still rep, and you love that pound, ground and pound, that monster midway type of grind it out. And most of the time that Michigan and even Michigan State deviated from that kind of game, they kind of suffered trying to run it all way. You already know with Rich Rod,
Yep,
deviating from that blueprint, they struggle.
yep.
So I'm definitely hoping Michigan State get back to a ground and pound because I just don't remember times when I watch Michigan State and I really don't know the running backs like that. You usually don't know the running backs. You can go back to Javon Ringer to uh, even way
Go
back to
farther back.
what I'm
You can go
saying
Tico
Duckett.
Duckett. You can go
Yeah,
you
you know
go
what I
way
mean.
back.
Yeah,
Way
you
back.
can always remember a running back. You
Lorenzo
go back
White.
to
Lorenzo White.
Renzo White. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying.
We
You
back in the
always had
'80s now, but yeah.
somebody. Yeah. But you always had somebody in the last couple years. Well, actually, since Kenneth Walker, we really, I mean, it's been a real struggle because we both it seemed like we always was getting transfer running backs first and foremost. That was our priority instead of developing them. And
Yeah.
I know how the game done changed, but still, it's kind of you ain't developing no running backs. You're going with a transfer every 1 or 2 years. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And a lot of these programs, I mean, they go to spreads and different stuff like that, and uh, but we
Hmm.
play different up this way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what works. That temperature drop. You ain't gonna be
Yeah,
winging it around. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You gonna line them up. You know what I mean? You gonna put some couple tight ends out there, full back. You gonna it's coming. Stop it. That's what we're gonna do.
exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's even with college all the way to pro. 'Cause we're gonna talk about the Lions. Anybody waiting to see us talk about the Lions? Yeah, we got plenty. I mean, everybody been talking about the Lions. And I hate it because of what they talking about. It ain't positive. So
Yeah,
that you love when everybody can talk about the Lions, but it seems like everybody love talking about them when it ain't positive. So it's even rougher now.
yeah. It won't be long though. I think um, leadership. I have faith in the leadership to
Mm,
fix what need to be fixed. I don't think we're in a situation where we feel like the people in charge don't know what they're doing. We've dealt with that in the past. I
yeah.
don't feel that way about this regime.
And I agree with you on that because I think it's more than anything maybe a humbling experience for them because they always talk about Brad Holmes. I hate the rep he get. They always want to talk about his ego, and now they give him a bad rep because they love the villain, but then when things don't go right, is his ego or certain things he wouldn't help the team, and how he ain't helping the team. I never understood that how he wouldn't get us a DE, a defensive end, or they always would have something to shade Brad Holmes. And I feel like this, you know what I mean? As far as Brad Holmes go, he done did everything he supposed to do to me. Uh,
Yeah,
I mean, everything ain't gonna go perfect. Of course, it ain't no GM that is gonna go perfect. But when you got how many all pros we got a numerous amount of all that could be all pros. From Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Gibbs, Laporta, um, Jack Campbell, Penny Sewell, Amon Ra. I said Gibbs. Man, it's unlimited. Hutchinson. It's like if I'm a GM and I know I got all these guys that I got to sign, then yeah, I'm gonna go with some projects. I gotta risk for the Manus. You know what I mean? I gotta risk for the Broderick Martins. You know what I mean? I gotta hope that maybe if I hit with them, that'll equal it out because you can't continue to. For one thing about anybody, them casual fans that talk like that, if they don't know the NFL, that first, second round, you keep hitting on first and second rounds, yeah, that's what you want. But those contracts are absorbent. But if you can hit on the sixth round and the seventh round, they second contracts is basically like a first round picks.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? They not as much of a cap hit. Of course, if you get a Hutchinson, he show out. Oh yeah, that's 30, 40 million a year.
yeah,
But if
yeah,
Broderick Martin would have panned out, or if Manu panned out, you get a better deal on that second contract. So you hoping that they can pan out and fill out a team with where you got all of these guys that's needing another contract, and you know you're not going to be able to sign all these guys.
right. Yeah, it's a delicate dance with that salary cap, man. I think people forget about it. We in the social media age, the video game age. People think you can put everybody on your team and just go and just start playing. It don't
Yeah,
work
yeah,
like
it's
that. Like,
Madden.
yeah, like it don't work like that. No, they got a dollar, they got a cap to deal with, dead money to deal with. You know what I mean? Like they got a capologist on the team that just deal with the cap.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. And then just for me, man, sometimes it just don't work out. Like, I, look at Kansas City this year, man. They done won
Hmm.
titles, and guess what? This a year that just you just got to toss it up. Like, man, this is just one of them years, man. Like, you gotta get it together in the off season and come back next year and try again. That's where we are.
Hmm.
I don't want us to hit the panic button. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I think we passed that because a lot of people they feel it's life or death right now.
yeah, to me, them fair weather fans, man, they ain't,
Yeah.
you know, they ain't got no perspective. Like the stuff that we dealt with Matt and with Millen and Like you think back, you'll look at this like this ain't nothing, man. Like we'll be
I
all
agree.
right.
Yeah, I definitely
Like,
agree. Cause excuse me, I don't know why I'm eating online, man. The
oh
belly
man.
is for real.
Yeah,
But
but nah, man, it's we done dealt with too much, man, to be worried about this little this ain't nothing, man. Like, there's some things we need to do. Couple tweaks here and there. The offensive line needed a couple tweaks. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, the defense needs some tweaks too. Like so,
yeah, I'm,
and we need to
but you
get
know
some
what,
people
bro?
back. I mean, you lost Laporta. You know what I'm saying? You
I'm
lost, you got to get
but
some
look,
people
bro,
back
I'm
too.
good on the defense. I'm actually good on the defense. You know, I just feel Kelvin Shepard is a first year coordinator. You know, what I mean, he was a linebackers coach. He needs another year. I think next year it'll be better for his chops. But see, the thing about our defense and our offense are two type like specialist type defenses, right?
Yeah,
If the personnel ain't right, everything go to hell. Everything just go crazy. So first off,
yeah.
our defense is a specialist of man to man. That's what they built it on. Yeah, don't start no mess with Tia.
Cut
Don't
that
even
out.
throw
Cut
me
that
off.
out,
I was
Matia.
focused, man. Come
Cut that
on,
out.
come on, man. See, now you tripping talking about some same old. I'm gonna put that comment, but I really don't. I'm gonna wait a second because I'm gonna finish this comment. This is what I was saying first. I'm starting no mess, but he threw me off my game. Ratia like doing that. Throw me off my game,
Yeah,
but they specialists. So the first thing with our defense is it kind of fell on hard times when DJ Reed got hurt. First off, he didn't come back right. He was getting burnt. He was burnt chicken after. Terriano got hurt. He was playing his best year. He had like I think he ended up with one or two interceptions. I think one, but he had like a possible 4 or 5. Like I remember, I think Kirby intercepted one of them from him. He also had two more that he tipped or could have had. So he was getting closer to becoming who we thought he was going to be. He was always playing tough, sticky coverage. So now you lose them two. You gain DJ Reed back, but then you lose Kirby in like the fourth, fifth game, third, fourth, fifth game. Uh, he was an eraser. You think how much we missing Kirby? We didn't get too many interceptions again once Kirby left out.
right,
You know,
right.
Kirby was good for like 6, 7 interceptions. I think he ended up with 4, 3 or 4. Them could have been game
Hmm.
changing interceptions that he had last year that we didn't get this year.
Right.
Then you got Brian Branch. I hate that he went out with the Achilles, um, but he was that type of cat that fly around. All them running yards, them cats was been getting that's getting through our line and come. Well, that was Brian Branch flying up and hitting the cat.
Yep.
Run game, they always, and this was I hate because it seems like when they be talking, they talk casually, and they always be like, "Oh, our front four can't stop the run, and our front four can't this." Bro, this the NFL. Ain't no front four stopping nothing.
Mm.
They not. A lot of the front fours when you put them in there, and I think you got DJ Reed and you got a lean, and they can do their job. They take off the pressure. Why you think Jack Campbell got like 150, 160 tackles this year? Still got
Hmm.
another game to go. They clear it off and keep him clean.
Yep.
Another thing is you got a heat-seeking missile like Brian Branch. When they used to run, you ask the Packers running backs when they used to come up there and they hit that hole, they go Brian Branch right in that hole, pound with a missile hit.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't all front fours. These linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks when they try to hit the outside, them cornerbacks making tackles. It's a team defense, and when you losing guys, when you took out Brian Branch, we didn't have no heat-seeking missile coming in no more.
Right.
I watched the running play that he hit for 45 yards, and the safety was like, oh shit, nah. He made a business decision.
Hmm.
Brian Branch ain't. His business decision is, wow, I got to team up.
Yep.
So that all hurt. You know what I mean? I agree all of that hurt. And I hate that the way I looked is like I was going just at Jared Goff, which, yeah, a little bit I was. Because he supposed to lift his team up. Even in a situation when you is losing players, you can't be just out there. And I feel like you just out there sometimes. You going through the motions and you feel like shit, man. Fuck it, we lost. You the quarterback, motherfucker. I hate watching him and I'm looking on the field and he got that same look on his face. It's like from the beginning of the game to 3 interceptions to the end of the game, that same look like, oh well. So yeah, it was pissing me off, bro. Because I'm watching him and at the end of the game, he just, bro, come on. You don't you know what happened? That's just
Yeah,
how I felt. I felt like watching him. I never felt oh, come on, y'all. Hey, we gotta let's go. It just
yeah.
felt like it just felt like shit, man. We finna lose this motherfucker. Fuck this shit. Hey, man, what you vacation time? Where we going?
Man. Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, it's just, man. I guess this is all I can really say is it's just one of them years. I mean, and then you named pretty much everything. The other thing too, I mean, getting Morton out the mix. You know what I'm saying? Morton just pissed off the whole team to the point where the head coach got to take over the play calling, like and that ain't good either. So because you can't get in the rhythm there, like that's another piece that needs to change. We got to get somebody else in there. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah,
don't need Dan Campbell at the coach that can do that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Mike McCarthy or one of them type of coaches that can coach the team and call the plays. He ain't, uh KC coach. He ain't none of them. You know what I mean? Like no, you know, he's the CEO type. You know what I'm saying? He need to be wherever we lacking at, he need to be able to go over there. You know what I'm saying?
go
If
there and
defense
find
kind
out.
of lacking, he head over there. Like, hey man, get it together. Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like he need to be able to move. But with that
I
headset
agree
on
with
and that play thing, that play, that sheet in his hand, that ain't what we need out of Dan Campbell. So I feel like
you. Mm.
more than anything, like that affected the team too because he too preoccupied. Like he can't put out no fires. He can't, do what he need to do, and you know what I'm saying. Yell at him if you need to. You know what I'm saying. Anything. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely need to get a OC and get that off his plate.
Yeah,
And I think that'll help
I
the
agree with
the
that too.
offense
You know what I
too and the
mean? I
quarterback
hate he
because he
catching a lot of
focused on
flack.
that.
Yeah, he catching a lot of flack right now. A lot of it is deserved and a lot of it ain't. Um, I just hated that a lot of Lions fans acting like we've been Super Bowl contenders forever. So now he on the hot seat at 8-8
That
after going
casual stuff.
15-2 in the NFC championship.
Yeah, that's that casual stuff, man. I'll be scrolling on like, you know what? Ain't even gonna bother.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of Detroit media too, man. Detroit media is something else, bro. I ain't gonna lie, they was real negative this year. Last year they was real positive. This year it was like everything was. Do you think Dan Campbell's on the hot seat? Why did Brad Holmes fail us? Every damn comment is fear mongering type posts that they making, like making hashtags and everything. It's like, damn, did y'all the media, bro? Y'all got any faith? It's like, and then when they was 4-1, they stopped all of it and was happy. And then once they started losing again, they went back and making all those fear mongering posts. And then I remember once they had got all the fans riled up and mad, and all the fans mad, then they was like, "What's wrong with the fan base? Motherfucker, y'all writing all these goddamn stupid ass articles and videos, bro. Y'all done
Man,
pissed their, y'all done changed all these people's mind and whatnot. They hate Brad Holmes and hate Dan Campbell, and y'all saying why y'all all saying the same stuff? Because y'all all got the same themes in y'all videos. Y'all need to relax a little, give some hope to the team or something.
oh man, I'm cats be looking for clicks, man.
That's it. It became real clickbaity this year.
Yeah. Well, that's how
Shout out to my dog
sadly, that's
Easy
what it's
though,
come
man. My
to.
dog Easy and Spinny, they off of Woodward Sports, they be spitting though. So, but some of theirs is clickbaity too. I know Spinny he had to live a disclaimer now talking about uh, anything on this site is for sarcasm and satire. I guess I don't know. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
time he
because
get to
you
speaking,
you
he
get
say
into that
this
type
site
of
is for satire. I'm like, oh yeah, something done happened.
well, I mean, people call you out. I mean, because you get into that type of content, man. Like, you start saying stuff you don't even really believe, man. People be like, "Come on now, like you don't even believe that what's coming out your own mouth, man. Stop that."
Yeah, yeah, it's bad though. But I wish Detroit media. I could tell by the beginning of the year it was very negative, but it is what it is. I know this whole game is kind of wild and weird. Uh, even people that don't even think about journalism or media is a journalist or media man now.
Yeah,
Everybody.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
I
is
mean
what it
that's
is.
everybody, quote unquote content creators now. So what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
that's what they do, man. But I think we'd be all right. Obviously that cloud is there. That golf cloud is there with that cap number that is sitting there. Like, wait a minute,
And that's my main anger, bro, right there.
it's
That's
right
my
there.
main
It's like,
anger.
"Ooh, what we gonna do with that?"
And see, that's what my post when I made that post the other day, which I said I was gonna address, is that's one of the main reasons. Because if you feel like he can lift your team up and guide you to wins with a deficit or some struggling going on, you know, it's almost like it's hard to say, but if you remember like a couple years ago when Tyreek Hill left Kansas City and everybody talking about they ain't got no weapons, and then it was Mahomes. Oh yeah, Mahomes, he done carried them, and Mahomes, oh, he slipped out another play. If you don't feel like we gonna lose some players, because Kansas City lost more players than us. We can never compare to what Kansas City lost in these last 5 6 years from their
Yeah.
Super Bowl runs. They losing coordinators, they Super Bowl every year, so you know they getting picked apart.
Yep.
So we not losing like they, but if you gonna defend Jared Goff, are you gonna defend him when he making 70 million or his cap hit? Not in making, but his cap hit is 70 million. And now you can't get an offensive line. You gotta depend on another Tate Ratledge to probably play center as a rookie. And you got a rookie 2 year, Mahogany 3 year, Decker, you got to put in another rookie. So now you might have another rookie in there because you can't afford to get a good left tackle. You might have to put Penny into left tackle and just go ahead and draft a right tackle and ride it out like that. That's what I'm thinking they might have to do is move Penny to left tackle, draft a right tackle. Maybe Miles Frazier can hike the ball because I don't know why they didn't even give Tate Ratledge another chance after they didn't even try to
Mm.
give him another chance. Um, Something got to be going on.
Yeah.
You know, then you got Laporta. If he can't throw and make another tight end good, and that was my thing because I was gonna play some videos of it, but I watched videos and I'm looking like, bro, throw him the ball. Why you don't throw him? You study focusing on Amon Ryan J-Mo, and you got T-Slot running across the middle. These last couple games, he finally started hitting him with that play. But I was looking before that, like, why they would not throw that boy the ball.
Yeah, and to me that's where you missing that coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like, our coach can't focus on the intricacies and the little things like that. Like, you got an OC up in the box, and he's seeing him missing. He writing that down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he come back to the sideline, he pick that phone up. He like, "Hey man, you missed him across the middle." You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that little back and forth, but it don't matter
Yeah.
because you got Dan Campbell that's soon as offense come off the field, he back focused on something else. Like he ain't following up. You know what I mean? He ain't going back there talking to his quarterback like the coordinator would do. You know what I'm
But
saying?
see,
So you just got that
this
whole
my only
thing
thing, bro.
that's
I don't mean to
missing.
cut you off on that. I know the view you saying on that, but I know how golf them playing. It ain't always that, but it is. It's a little bit of that. But okay, this is what I'm saying. They offense is predicated on timing. Golf taking 1, 2, 3, he ready to deliver. You feel me? If he feel pressure, he finna eat the ball. He might scramble out, but he really ain't. It's over. The play over basically.
Yeah,
If he don't go 1, 2, 3 throw or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 throw, if you ain't open or hit your spot, he not throwing to you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So they running a lot of crossing routes. They running seam routes or stopping goals. And you got to be there. If you ain't there, he ain't. So they were saying that he didn't have a lot of trust in T. Slide. just like J-Mo. J-Mo was the same way about a year or two ago. He wouldn't throw J-Mo the ball until he knew him and J-Mo got on that level. And I
Yeah.
respect that in a way, but bro, you gotta help raise some of these cats up in their level. Tesla, he been able to catch.
Yeah.
If he off a little bit, get him the ball. You should be able to adjust and get him the ball. Not knowing, okay, he got to be at this spot, and that's where I got to throw it.
Yeah.
I understand it, but if the play breaks down, that's why we struggle. If a play breaks down, it's mostly wiped out. Bro, I
Yeah.
was so happy when he scrambled against the Vikings and threw it to Amon Raw across the middle. I was damn near, whoa. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I understand that, and that's why Hendon Hooker never could get in. Hendon Hooker could never get the timing of it. He
Yeah.
was always off. They was showing him so much, and they'd be like, "Bro, you can't hit the." But he never kind of in his mind like could picture, "Oh, he gonna be right there. I gotta throw it right there." Golf is good at that, and I respect that he's good at that. He's a great quarterback when it comes to that, but everything has to be right. The Amon Ra, that's why he trusts Amon Ra so right. So I mean, so much. Amon Ra gonna be right where he want him to be. But then he gets in that comfort zone, is that's all he looking for is Amon Ra. Then when Amon Ra got hurt, J-Mo, he got more comfortable and was hitting J-Mo that one game where he real comfortable with those two. But now you put in Shane Zylstra, you put in another Richie tight end, you still trying to get Tisha. Bro, you can't just be throwing it two people. I don't care how much of the timing going to do in the middle of the season, bro. You got to develop more chemistry with more. And then if some of them go out, if Amon Ra would have went out and J-Mo went out, we did.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way they system work. We gone.
Yeah.
Because he ain't going to trust nobody out there. He going to feel like he going to throw an interception every time he throw to them or they going to drop it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
And
no
that's what
doubt.
used to frustrate me and piss me off because I'm sitting there and I'm watching Amon Ra get 12 catches a game for 80 yards. And I'm loving that he's doing it, but goddamn it, man, look, he open too.
For sure. For sure.
So that's why I was frustrated, bro. When I seen when Scheme was like defending him and everything, I'm like, bro, not right now. I ain't feeling it, bro. Because I'm watching him. I'm not just talking. I'm watching him play. And I'm watching, like I say, golf can be good when everything. Now, you put Laporta out there, he trusts Laporta. You put Amon Ra, J-Mo out there, he trusts them all. Gibbs even. He gonna throw the Gibbs just a 2-yard dump. He feel Gibbs, okay, Gibbs will make something happen. But you start putting in these other cats, you put in Zylstra and Richie, and you start putting in names that, oh, bro, come on. Amon Ra finna catch a 22 pass game. If he in there, he finna catch it 22 times.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you gonna get paid that much money next year or take that big of a cap hit, bro, we gonna be toasted in a way. And that's
Yeah,
just
we'll
how I
see what
felt on that.
happens,
I
man.
just feel like that because we might not be able to keep Laporta.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tightrope. We'll see what magic they can uh they can pull off, man. Like, they be magic with that salary cap, man. They be
Yeah.
deferring
Oh
money
yeah.
and pushing money back.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to do something if they want to keep them. Now, if they don't, then ooh,
Well, see, that's the
uh,
thing is I just don't see us getting up out of that. Ain't nobody finna trade for him, and we ain't gonna cut him. So just like I said on that post in the sport in the group, I might not like it, but I know we basically going we handicap right now, and it's kind of like we in a position I didn't want to be in that type of position, but look like we finna be in that Dak Prescott type of position. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Where you always got the illusion of a high powered offense that can't win,
yeah,
and then you blame the defense. And I stick up for the defense, bro, because ain't no way the defense you playing. It's a 60-minute game, and we got the ball for 26. That ain't never been our way of having the ball, playing the game. Then we dominate for a whole half. We control the ball for most of the half, And then the second half coming, we just don't know what to do in the third quarter. We had the ball for 2, 3 minutes for the whole quarter, and everybody mad at the defense because they've been out there for 13 minutes.
Mm.
When you
Yeah.
know, just like against the Rams last year, I don't know if it was Ben John. Now this might be more OC because I always say more of the OC is more about how you say how controlling the attitudes on the offense, making sure everybody involved, training, making sure that they know what they're supposed to be doing, communication. I always felt like Ben Johnson was more important towards those things, not just calling a play. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I think that's what he brought to the Bears a lot because at the beginning of the season with the Bears, he was eating them alive. They couldn't do nothing right. You know what I mean? And he was like, "No, this you ain't going." And they could see it when I was watching stuff on him. He was steady ripping them a new ad. He
Hmm.
was steady killing them. He was steady look, and he was steady like pissed off at him. And then they start getting they was jumping off sides. They was running routes wrong. They was just a fumble. They was a bumble team.
Hmm.
And now I look at them. And I feel like that's what Detroit falling apart was fell apart at is that Dan Campbell couldn't focus that much on the offense like that to just make he focused on calling plays, bro. It's more to
That's
that
it.
than calling the plays.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's where I think they lost. And Johnny Morton probably came in. Got players probably pissed off at him. I don't know what's going on in the background on that because don't none of them see study apologizing to everybody. I'm sorry, Dave Montgomery. I should have you. I'm sorry, J-Mo. What's going on? Why y'all so nice and soft now? What's going on? So I think
Yeah.
Ben Johnson had
Yeah.
more effect on that. His attention to detail, um, um, making sure everybody was on one page, one accord. And once you
Yeah.
lost all that, it's like it's like me at 180 and I hit 45 and I go to 220. It just explode a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Clearly, it was. It affected them, man. Yeah. And that's what I saw as well. You know, if the team's struggling, what I'm saying, to move the ball or whatever, like when you got a good coordinator, what I'm saying, they'll switch it up a little bit. Or maybe the offensive line struggling. They just can't block, like, what I'm saying. So you gotta switch it up. You gotta go to the quick game. You gotta do,
Change
but
it up.
it's a conversation that would happen between possessions, when they come back to the sideline and be like, hey, what I'm saying, what's offensive coordinator, like, hey, what you seeing out there? What's going on? And he
Hmm.
might say, man, what I'm saying, like left tackle missed block. And what I'm saying, he cannot block that dude. Like, what I'm saying? Like, and so now he got to call a different game. And so I don't think that can't happen with Dan Campbell. He's head coach. Like he can't go and sit with the offense for 2, 3 minutes, what I'm saying, while the defense on the field. Like he can't. Like he managing everything. So when you missing that, what I'm saying, you get them gaps. And so now your offense just trying to figure it out on their own. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
calling plays. That's all you doing is calling plays, but they sitting behind you like, they might be fussing at each other like, man, the hell you doing? Like, I was wide open, man. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's back there calming them down and say, hey
Yeah.
man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like when we go back out here, what I'm saying? We're going to the quick game, man. I'm gonna hit Gibbs on a couple of these swing passes, or we're gonna run a couple screens, what I'm saying, see if we can get something else going. Like none of that is happening. They just trying to figure it out on their own. And as you can see, they ain't figure it out. So
Yeah, no, they ain't figured out. And that's my problem is that, everybody look at the fact that our yards and points went up after Dan Campbell took over. I mean, that's all good and well, but the management of the game is part of it too. And if you trying
hmm.
to, I think they got too handicapped with Love and Gibbs breaking away, getting quick touchdowns, and JMO quick scores, and we start being a running gun. We trying to, oh yeah, let's get a hurry up and we just completely start ignoring David Montgomery. We give him two carries. He gets stopped for 2 yards. They always don't go back to him. They go away from him again. Bro, you got to get him. David got to get going. You got to get him warm to get him to hit somebody. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you get a 28, like that Rams game, for instance. I forgot what it was, 24-17 at the half, something like that. The Rams had got a field goal to even make it 24, because it was 24-14, I think it was. They got a field goal to make it 24-17. They got the ball back to make it 24-20. The defense stopping them. They holding them, I think, 2 or 3 straight field goals. You know what I mean? And we didn't score again. It was like until the last quarter. That was a
Mm.
that was a David Montgomery type of game, because now we up 24-20. The Rams done fight. They got all the momentum. They scored back last year. We pounding David Montgomery and letting them know it don't matter that you got a little momentum. We finna pound the shit out y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But what we did, we threw a short pass, I think it was, a Gibbs run up the middle, and now we punting. Next
Yep.
thing you know, you giving defense, you giving now, instead of field goals, now the Rams scoring touchdowns and looking like they burning us on the sideline, Puka Nakua here, there. Now we mad at the defense. I mean,
Man.
what can you expect? You know what I mean? If you can't score. And in football, the offense is, to me, the offense is supposed to complement the defense more instead of the defense complementing the offense.
Yeah.
And I say that because you got, like, the Cleveland Browns is a perfect example. You got the defense, which is a beast, trying to complement with the offense, which ain't nothing. So the defense is doing all the complimenting. They
Mm.
doing all the help. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So it's easier when the offense complements the defense, because I feel like if you got a great offense, like we supposed to have a great offense, right? It ain't the other way around. It's the great offense, not the great defense.
Yep.
Now, if you got great defense and an average offense, it should be a little different. But we got the great offense, not an average defense. We should have the ball. Remember the games when we had a ball 35, 40 minutes a game?
Yep.
You, you,
Yep.
you know what I'm talking about? You remember them?
Mm-hmm.
But what happened? We would have had the
Man.
ball 30. And the other team be mad. You see the quarterback, they showing the quarterback, he over there sitting on the bench. He mad, he can't get in. Dak Prescott be sitting on. When we blew Dallas out, you see Dak Prescott sitting on the bench like, he coming out now. He trying to score quick. That's
Yep.
what we became. Them losing ass motherfuckers that want to score quick.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And we got to get it together. Got to get it together.
Yeah. We got to get it together. And like I say, it ain't all golf fault, but I put a lot on it. Because again, everything in football is complimentary. That's why I say that, because everything, I know the center, when you got a new center and you keep getting a new center, I know how that goes. It's a lot. It'll affect the quarterback play. And I understand that in a lot of ways. But shit, the Vikings had a new center. Every team center don't last usually 17 games, bro. They getting beat up just about. They got 300, 400-pound, 350-pound defensive tackles hitting them every game. So a lot of times, 8 times out of 10, your center gonna be probably not there for 17 games plus playoffs. You feel
Yeah.
me? You gonna have to be behind a center that probably didn't start. Like Brosmer for the Vikings, his center was a new center. He had a
Yeah.
new center, a new right tackle, and a new left tackle. All them three of them was gone. They threw for see, and that's what a complimentary. That was a perfect game of the complimentaries, right? Because Minnesota, of course, they got an average offense, but their defense is on on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So the offense did try to play complimentary ball to the defense, and not put the defense in a bad position,
Yep.
which they didn't do. They didn't turn the ball over, and when they punted, they punted. They had played great field position, and they would let
Yeah.
their defense do the rest.
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to be in the opposite. We supposed to it's supposed to be strength against strength. Yeah, y'all defense is great. Our offense is great. But bro, I'm still, man. I'm gonna stop talking about that game, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a tough game to watch. Few of them snaps, man. It's like I swear the ball was snapped and Cass was in the backfield. Like it's like God damn. And golf was still a G. Like he still had his eyes downfield. And I'm like, ah.
Mm,
You just see it like
yeah.
you see that car crash coming. It's like, damn. Uh,
Yeah, he had quite a few, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was quite a few, but you know what? I hate to say it. I watched that movie at the NFL.com, so I went back on it. I watched it again the next day, right?
mhm,
Then I watched some videos. Watch a couple of those plays. Nobody was around Goff when he threw that interception. He threw a play action interception where he took the height, turned around, fake handoff. I don't know which one it was, David Montgomery, I think, and tried to hurry up and turn around and hurry up and like he just panicked. It wasn't nobody around him. No, the Vikings rushed six, I think, and they dropped one of them back. If I remember, we had Amon Ra doing a seam, in route, and I think J-Mo was doing a deep route. Them was the only two wide receivers went out. We had max protection. Turned around, faked the handoff, zoomed it in. The safety, it's like the safety knew what you was going to do. They read it. They knew it. They like they. If you watch it, the safety just was sitting there waiting, like, oh yeah, that's it. And he got it before Amon Rock could get close to it, going the other way.
mm.
And Jared went. That was the most emotion I had seen from him.
Man.
He was pissed. He was like but it was all about timing. He figured, hey, my ride, you gonna be in that spot. I'm gonna throw it to that spot. But he didn't know the safety was gonna be in that spot too, because they know you.
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah.
why teams done caught up to us. They know him. They know it's timing. Our offense is based on timing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There go JMO. If you can get a 7 count route, if you can get one,
Hmm.
because our line wasn't like you said, it was a struggle. So most of the passes was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's why we always tip passes, because 1, 2, 3, we throwing it up, tip pass.
Hmm.
Everything was 1, 2, 3. And I understand that, but at the same time, you got to survey the field. Look at your first option. It don't wash out. Second option, third option. One time he did that perfectly. He hit T-Slaw over the middle on the third option. Oh, it's like he pulled the safety away because they was watching it. They already knew. They watching his eyes. So when he looked this way, they going that way.
Hmm.
And he wasn't. He did one where he led them that way and he hit T-Slaw over the middle. So I watched a couple of them, bro. I watched that, and I'm looking at. I'm like, am I really mad at him for a reason? I've been really trying to. Am I mad? But Goff is who he is, and we need a top 5 offensive line because we need to run the ball because Goff's strength of passing is play action.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's simple. If you don't depend on Goff to throw 40 times in the game, he hit 35 to 40 in the game, I know we losing. We either losing and fighting from behind or it just ain't going right. We got
Hmm.
20 yards rushing, yeah, we in trouble.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
mean, my thing is if that's what we're gonna be dealing with that high cap space, and we can't afford to get you ain't gonna be able to afford some things. If you can't afford that top 5 line, you got Penny making 30 or so, Amon Rob making 30, Golf making 30 something, 40 or whatever he making. Laporta want his contract. J-Mo just got him a deal for 20 something. What's that, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna have to make some decisions. I mean that's the new NFL pretty much. Who can you have on a rookie deal to offset your
Who-
stars? Like,
There you go. Who can
That's
you have? That's the main thing is who you and see. That's why because I said I was going to talk about the pros of keeping golf and the cons of keeping golf. And one of the pros of keeping golf, as you said before, like maybe you can improve the O line because you still got a chance to improve the line because you got Penny, you got Tate Radley's on a rookie deal, you got Miles Frazier on a rookie deal, you got Mahogany on a rookie deal. So if you can draft a right tackle, let I forgot our line coach. Hopefully he can get them shaped up and get them together. Because a lot of times, like with that offensive line, it ain't more so that they can bully and beat up cats. It's more about communicating. Can they get their communication down? They get their rhythm down. It's too many times when you watch a game and that right guard got a pull and he can't pull fast enough before another lineman, defensive lineman, done crash down or glass guile in his way, or he don't, you know what I'm saying? When he trying to pull, he don't know where the center gonna be. He trying to go around him, and he missed the lineman or he missed him completely.
yeah,
I seen too many times where they pull and they missed the player, they missed the block completely,
right.
or they run gives up the middle and try to run a they try to I can't think of it, but they try to run a certain formation with the offensive line and lead the defensive end alone, and he crashes right down to make the sack. I mean, make the
Mm,
tackle.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We saw that too many times. The defense end just crashed down and boom,
Mm,
he blow up the play.
mm-hmm.
You know, it's some things wrong and it's fundamentally. That's why every week Dan Campbell talking about there's some things we gotta fix. Come on, man. We're not every week. Every week. But see,
Yeah.
that's what you get when Ragnar left him in a bad position because he didn't retire right away. He retired after like getting ready to go into the season.
Yep.
You know, they had already drafted Tate Ratledge to get ready to be sitting right next to him. Ratledge was really going to be the replacement for Kevin Zeitler,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that you're going to have Frank Ragnar, you're going to have Glasgow, you're going to have Decker and Penny. You know what I mean? So when Ragnar retires, that blow up all your communication. That blow up that chemistry, that camaraderie. The more they felt like, hey, I know what he thinking, I know what he thinking. Now you got cats. You used to have that camaraderie from Penny all the way to Decker where they moved as a unit. What happened in the first game, the Packers game? Decker talking about me and Mahogany was running one play, and I think Penny was running another play, and Glasgow and Tate was running. They was running three different plays on this one play with none of them. And I think they blew up golf.
Yep.
It was so bad the communication felt like all five of them was all separated. Like they don't know what they doing. They all running all over the place. And that ain't based on who's strong or who a bully or who can block. No, that was based on them being able to communicate and work as one unit.
Yep.
And the
Yep.
offensive line
Facts.
among all of them, if they can't work as one unit, you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So only thing is that after that, I think they went 4-1. So the next 2 or 3 games after that Packers game, they had got a lot of things going. Everything felt fluid. And then Mahogany went down. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Again, there you go. I think then they had Pub Manor win. He played 1 or 2 games and he went down.
Mm.
So the pros, like I said, the pros of keeping golf is I can't say it was all on him. It's not all on him. But if you're gonna get a quarterback that's getting that much money, he better be able to raise up the team a little bit better and understand that it's gonna be some problems because you making a lot of money. You ain't gonna be able to just solve that problem by getting a lot of talent. So only other thing you can do to me is find a partner or get rid of golf, and you go with a rookie contract and use that money to build up all around the talent for the rookie quarterback. And
Yeah, that's really it. You know, that's that. It did highlight one of his shortcomings too, because some quarterbacks, like when they lose their center, or you lose that captain of that line, like Stafford could make the line calls. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't have, what I'm saying, a person on the line, maybe you had a rookie here, rookie there, whatever, blah blah blah. Stafford could make the calls, so he could be like, "Hey, out, check, check, check," blah, 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 like you don't see Goff doing that. So that's another piece that didn't help them. You know what I mean? Like,
And Jeff,
if he see
you cooking with hot
confusion
grease.
and they ain't getting it together, your quarterback
You,
should be able to make some calls too. Like, nah, man, nope, nope. You got a blitz 51, blitz, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so
can I
yeah,
stop you 1 second?
yeah.
You cooking with hot grease. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go back.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that didn't help either. You know what I'm saying? Like he couldn't, you know, and I guess, every quarterback can't do that. Only, maybe the greats can do it. And so, yeah, that was just something. As you were talking, I'm thinking like, you know what, Stafford used to do that. So, uh, and it just kind of triggered,
Now you starting to see
something in
why
my
I was
man.
so mad. Now you starting to see why I was so mad. All of that, the way you looking at it now, that's what I'm all looking at. Because it was so many plays that Minnesota would bring cover zero, and he couldn't find out who the blitzer was, which is kind of hard. But it was no communication. He got it's nothing. It's like, okay, let's go ahead. Ted, goddamn, look, he's finna blitz, bro. Tell him to be aware.
Right.
It was none. It
It's-
was if you watch that game, you can see it in Minnesota. It just blitzed him right through there, and it was like no, like Ragnar. You can tell was the one that'd be like he can point
Yep.
out the fake blitzer. He can point out who faking and who coming.
Mm-hmm.
And when they
Or
lost
you
that,
just
they
slide
lost their
coverage. You know
identity,
what I'm
lost
saying?
the
Nope, we gonna
toughness,
slide
bro.
right. Yeah. You might let him come. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, okay, if you make the call behind you, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna slide the protection left, but the running back gonna pick up the blitzer from the right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all that's happening at the same time between,
Yep.
your center if he's making calls, and then, if your center and your quarterback is also making calls, you know what I mean? Like no, no, we got blah blah blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So
And
but none of that.
that's what pissed me off because Goff, I think he had a. If you go and watch his presser, I think he was talking about. They knew what they was gonna do, and they had this, and we figured we had a plan for it, and I guess we didn't. Fuck,
Mm,
for real.
yeah. Yep.
Y'all, they said they figured they had a plan for it, and they didn't. They know they done
Yeah.
played Minnesota with Flores being at DC, what, 3, 4 years now? I don't know how long he been there, 2, 3 years after he left Miami or whatever. They
Mm-hmm.
know how he played. They know how he one of the most aggressive coaches in the game. He gonna take a chance. He gonna force you to beat you. He gonna force you to beat you with your quarterback.
Yeah.
And the fact that we couldn't beat him with our quarterback pissed me off even more. It wasn't the
Yep.
fact that Brosmer he lost to a quarterback that only had like 3 positive yards of passing the whole game. It's the fact that we played this defense last year. We played the same defense. You know, we know how he gonna play. He gonna stack the line. He gonna fake blitzes. He gonna do this. Bro, he didn't show us nothing new. Nothing new.
Yeah.
It,
And
it,
that's the
it,
part
it,
that we're gonna have to fix. I mean, I don't know if that's a veteran center, you know what I'm saying? Or, they're gonna have to figure out what's gonna work best based on who out there and who in the draft, because you know what it is. Like if Golf can't make them calls, you gotta have somebody in there that can make them calls. So
it got
and
to.
clearly we don't have it right
Mm-hmm.
now. So
Yeah, somebody, because who's that dude? Kingsley. He's not going. I mean, he practiced. He know. He been a center. He been a guard. I think he been playing everything. Kind of just a utility center. But at that moment, your guy that's been there the longest. is Jared Goff, the one that supposed to know their offense inside and out, right? And my thing is, I'm guessing that they thought process was to beat it was short passes. Well, shit, every time they threw a short pass, it was getting knocked down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean,
because
and
I mean the defense
Minnesota
still
is
being
playing
the
damn near
defense. They
one high
seeing what you're
zero.
doing.
Uh,
So now, oh, you're going to the quick game. You know, I got a defensive end. I ain't gonna get home, so bloop.
and that's the whole thing is Flores, Minnesota, they know golf. They done played against golf too. Same way golf is supposed to know them, they know golf. And they know, look, if we can disrupt his timing, if we can get in his face, you see where
Mm-hmm.
I'm going? That's all we gotta do. Get in his face, disrupt his timing. And that's where I'm in my mind, for me to see that golf is that kind of quarterback, that guy, I'm like, this is where it's you, bro. This is where you gotta back them up off you and show them, dog, I don't give a fuck about y'all blitzing me. I don't give a fuck about y'all trying to throw my timing off. Watch this. Wow. Watch this. Wow. Watch this. Wow. It was none of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was none of
Yeah.
that until the fourth quarter when they backed off everybody. But in the third quarter or times when we needed it, what Minnesota wanted to do, they was able to do.
Yeah.
Disrupt golf, throw off his timing, force him to rush his plays. And like I said, with that one interception, anybody can go back and watch it when he did the play action. Nobody was around him. It's just the fact they had been doing it all day till they sped up his internal clock.
Yeah.
He turned around real quick and was like, it's like he just knew he just knew five Vikings was gonna be there. He turned around and just hurry up and it wasn't nobody around. He could have just sat there for a second and then, but when he turned around at that play action, like he really didn't want to do the play action. You know, you get that quarterback like shit. I don't want to turn my back to these jokers
Yeah.
because they gonna be there to kill me. And a lot of it I understand, but a lot of it I don't. And I understand you got Dan Skipper at left tackle. You know, I understand that you don't trust him. You got Kingsley at center, you don't trust him. But bro, it's asking a lot, but this might be the way our team might be if you're gonna keep getting if you're gonna get a 60, $70 cap hit, so get
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're gonna have to figure out, man. That's what we're gonna have to figure out. Um, but I think we can. Because I don't, you know, personally, I don't even think we need a top five line. I just think we need a
You
cohesive
you you
one.
don't.
I think it can be middle of the road. It ain't gotta be the worst. It ain't gotta be the best. You just need, you know what I'm saying, some communication there. Um, and so, you know, I'm hopeful. I guess that's the best way I can say it. I'm hopeful that, you know, with the off season, with the fact that you know this is what you need versus, you know, getting caught kind of, you know, with your hand in the cookie jar with with Ragnar, like, oh damn, now we're shuffling. I'm hopeful that they can, you know, make the necessary changes, man. I really think, you know, again, because of what golf doesn't do, you need the competent OC.
Mm-hmm.
You need, you know what I'm saying? Like
True.
you need a veteran center that can make these calls.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what they gotta you know, cover up his shortcomings or fill in for his shortcomings.
There
You know what I'm
you go.
saying? What he's good at,
And
he's good
that's
at.
it.
What he ain't, you got to fill in them gaps. Like, okay, he don't make calls, so I need somebody down here that make these calls.
That's it.
You know, I need an offensive coordinator that's in his ear saying, "Hey, man, calm down." You know what I'm saying? Like, you do that, you
Yeah,
wasn't supposed to
slow
throw that.
down.
Like, he ain't had that. You just coming back to the sideline. You know what I'm saying? You know, Morton, is he even there? You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't the call, he ain't the play caller, but is he even there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so who's over there? Like the wide
Yeah.
receiver coach? Like who's over there? So
Yeah.
he's got, you know, offensive line coach, maybe. who's over there telling, in his ear, or even
Yeah.
just, what I'm saying, like they're not in Dan Campbell ear. You know what I'm saying? Because soon as offense goes to the sideline, he can throw that play sheet down. He on
Hmm.
something else. Like,
And
so y'all
and
ain't even
that's
talking
why it's
about
so
the offense
stressful.
and what's working, what ain't. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even. They might be doing it back there as players, but ain't nobody with the clipboard like, hey, like, you
Mhm.
missed this, or hey, what I'm saying, like, there's no strategy going on. So they just winging
Yeah.
it.
And there was
Just
a lot of that, bro. And this is and that's my thing is, boy, I feel like we had enough to win. I feel like we had enough to win 12, 13, maybe even 14 games. People might shit on what I say as far as that if they heard me say it, but I figure we had the ability to win that many games. First off, I don't
yeah,
know what
I
happened if
do.
Hank
I
Frady.
feel like even with what we were missing,
Hmm.
I feel like if we had a competent OC,
No,
because
no,
I
I'm talking
feel
about.
like taking Dan Campbell out of what he do, like that just to me that threw everything off. It just threw everything off. Now you just scrambling everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have, you got a brand new defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff is now you scrambling. But I feel like if Morton would have worked out, you know what I'm saying, and we were able to just, what I'm saying, have Dan Campbell where we needed him, and what I'm saying, you got your people that's focused on offense, focused on defense. I feel like they could have got the offense to the place, a decent place where we could have been a little bit more complimentary, because I feel like, what I'm saying, like you got an offensive person that's seeing what's going on, seeing what's working, what ain't working, and they could have switched it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, then we ain't blocking that good. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to run Montgomery a little bit more. Maybe we need, you know what I'm saying? Like we were missing all of that. So that's what I see. And I hope that I, I'm I'm hopeful that next year I think we'll fill in them gaps.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying as far as that. I feel like this year, these games, we should have easily been 12, 13 wins this year. Even with all that going on that we had. Center, Dan Campbell called a play. Look at the games, bro. We had the Rams beat at halftime. We had them 24-14, I think it was at half. That was one. At the half. By the time third quarter come, we usually put teams away. I don't know what happened to that third quarter, but it's like they forgot how to play football.
Well, no
And then when the
adjustments. I
fourth quarter
mean, you
came, they
going.
they remembered again.
Yeah. Well, you're going to the half, man. The other team going to adjust. But if
And
we ain't
that's
got the
what
personnel in
and
place to adjust, then we still running the same stuff, and they didn't adjust. So that's what
exactly.
happened.
Exactly. I know. I'm saying that, but these is Dan Campbell could have been able to adjust. But I can't even say that was all Dan Campbell because when you watch that Rams game, it's like, I don't know, Goff was throwing the ball in the dirt or what. I don't know what the hell was going on. Right? Vikings. We lost two times to the Vikings. That first one we should have beat them, and the second one to Brosman. We should have been. That's three games. Right?
Yeah,
Um, who else was it? Was it two Vikings, one Rams? That's that
Eagles.
first Packers game. We got beat. We got beat pretty good.
Yeah,
But the second Packers game, we should have won that game.
yeah.
You know, I think it was some fluky type stuff, but we lost by a touchdown. Right? That's
Mm,
four games that we possibly could have won.
yeah, yeah. And
The
this last one we
Steelers
could have won.
game. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Steelers
yep,
game. That's five games we should have won. The Steelers game, we had them dominated. We was well, it was I think it was we was up pretty good. Seven was it seven up or we was winning until they had that fluky touchdown before the half when they had a good the running back, a good running back, and a good catcher, and he happened to hit his hand while he falling crazily. Anzalone can't make the tackle because he's falling all over the place. He get up and run it in the end zone. They take off from there. That's 5 games right there when you 8-8 that you could have easily been 13-3. The
Yeah.
only game I feel like we really, really lost was the Kansas City Chiefs game, which we probably could have won that too. And the first Packers game where we got dominated, and then the Philadelphia Eagles game, which truly we could have won that. We lost 13-7. I
Yeah.
think it was 13-7,
Yep.
and we could have won that game.
Yeah.
So it's only 2 games they really just lost where you felt like, yeah, that was it. They lost that game. Kansas City in the first Packers game.
Yeah.
But out of their 8 losses, 6 of those games, they either was up at halftime, they was dominating the game, or they just fell apart somewhere in the game. Which to me was the weirdest type of thing considering this type of team. Even though we lost a lot of key players, we still had Amon Ra. We still had Tesla. I mean, not Tesla, because he was still a rookie, but we still had Amon Ra, JMO, Penny Sewell, Glasgow, Gary Goff. We had numerous of guys that was in the NFC Championship game. Gibbs, even on defense, Hutch, Branch. Um, we had numerous of guys that know how to win, and they just, I don't know,
Yeah.
crumbled. 6 games out of 8. If you go back and look at them, you say, damn, if this would have went that way, they could have won each one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with all of the hurricane stuff going on around them, or the stuff that was self-imposed or whatever. It was six
Mm-hmm.
games that could have went a different way, and we'd be talking a whole different way right now.
No doubt. I mean, that's the NFL, man. I mean, the margins are so thin between winning and losing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
8-8 season could be a 13-win season. You know what I mean? Like the margin is so thin. A couple things change here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, so that's what gives me hope. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
couple tweaks, couple tweaks. Um, if we can't do nothing with Jared Goff, I mean, with that salary, I should say. Um, I don't know. I personally, I'm tired of. I'm tired of cats that can't stay on the field, especially on the defensive line. Like, move on. Like, you gave them a couple. You gave them chance after chance. Like, cats just can't stay on the field. Like,
But
I'd
I don't
rather
know
go.
what that
That's
is,
if
bro.
we had to balance it off. You know what I'm saying? Salary wise, I'd rather go young on defense. Do a Rams because that's basically what they did. You know what I mean? When Donald retired, they're like, look, go. They went totally young on defense, man, because you can go young on defense and be, young, strong, and fast. Like, hey, you know what I'm
But
saying? But they on the
but you know what,
field.
bro? That's kind of difficult though, because you look at it, Brian Branch is in his third season. Kirby Joseph in his fourth season. Terrion Arnold is like the youngest. He in his second season. All 3 of them hurt. They can't stay on the field. Aleem McNeil in his fourth season, I think it was. Hutch just came back from an injury. Um, shit, the only one that's staying healthy is the oldest cat, DJ Reader. you feel me? Malcolm Rodriguez, he in his second, third season.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of hard because all of them cats ain't even hit 5 seasons. I don't know what
yeah,
it was. I don't know if it was something that Brad Holmes made it could have saw in their backgrounds, or I don't know, because Brian Branch was, we loved Brian Branch when he got, that just was a fluke accident. Now Kirby, I'm scared of because I don't know, they not really saying much, but he's like, I only thing I got was that he got somebody a degenerative knee issue.
yeah,
Like his shit just his muscles just disappearing.
yeah, yeah.
So so you really don't know how you can. handle that. You know what I mean? And Curry in his fourth year, looking like he was gonna be all pro. Just man, these cats was our guys. Like they was getting it. Like he just got a con. It's like he just got a contract. Got hurt. Aleem McNeil just got his contract. He got hurt. Hutchinson got hurt right before his contract.
Mm-hmm.
Now Terrion Arnold, he was going out getting hurt every game. He come back a game, go out a game. Come back, go out. Come back. Okay, now he out. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Is they practicing too hard? Is they hitting each other hard? And last year, a lot of them injuries was coming from like friendly fire.
Mm-hmm.
They snapping legs. Hutchinson snapped his leg on by hitting Aleem's leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think somebody else did the same thing. Another they was getting hurt by hitting each other. They was flying to the ball with Glenn. They was flying. I ain't gonna lie, and they was getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
kind of
something
hard
gotta
because
give. Something gotta
I,
give. Something gotta give.
yeah, yeah. It's just hard. Like that's why I say Brad Holmes done did everything he can to me, and because when you talk about depth, even with Marcus Davenport, and now I know he one of them polarizing guys. Everybody talk about how he can't stay, but you still got AQM. He's drafted Hassanin. We gotta see what he can do. Of course, Hutchinson. Like I look at it, I be like Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil, DJ Reader, um, AQM. Um, we just said Davenport. That's a lot of money just in them kind of cats. So how you can't? You're not going. You got to take some flyers on some projects. So I be reading cats and they be talking about man Brad Holmes. He be always getting a project and bro, we got what? I just named all them defensive linemen. Then you can take Derek Barnes, Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Malcolm Rodriguez. Then you can go to the secondary and you can say Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. Bro, we never had that much depth on just naming all these type of guys on defense. Now we just need somebody to put it all together and make these guys play as one unit. But the talent wise, we never had that much talent like first level, second level, third level. And they the secondary to the offense. The offense is the ones that's getting the most money put to it. Defense is okay, we're gonna get y'all too. But how much depth do you really need? How much depth could you everybody going down, even when they talk about the Legion of Whom? The boys came in and played a couple games, played real decent. It's only so much you can do when everybody keeps falling. When they're just falling like flies, like left and right, left and right, left and right. Another injury, another injury, another injury.
Yeah.
To it's disappointing, and I know some people on there probably happy about the Lions' disappointment, but fuck y'all.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, it is what it is. But like you say, bro, we just hold our hope because I think. I mean, I don't know what you see as far as what can be done next year, but like my only thing I can say is you got to ride it out with golf. You got to ride it out. Uh, Only thing is, I hate in a way I hate that because only the only real like example is the Denver Broncos when they got rid of Russell Wilson, which was a 70, $80 million cap hit they was getting, and they got rid of him and got Bo Nix. So a lot of people might say, if you get rid of Goff, who you gonna get next? You ain't gonna be able to get nobody. Listen, it's some young dogs out there, and the longer we hold on, which is one of the pros and cons. One of the longest we hold on, the more Bo Nixes, the more C.J. Strouds, the more Jordan Love, the more Caleb Williams, the more who else? The Indianapolis coach quarterback, Malik. Oh no, not Malik. Cam Ward. The more young quarterbacks that's gonna come and be with other teams. Somebody getting them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, because you know, there are going to be some teams out there that feel like they're a quarterback away. And so, we might get a good offer or two. Somebody will want to take that contract. There's a sucker out there every day. It might be a Miami, might,
Woo.
might, but I mean, real talk. I mean, right down the road, the Colts feel like they that close. The Colts feel like, and they are. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
they got a
yeah.
real good team. They just a quarterback away. They call Phillip Rivers back. They like, we need somebody, you know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying? It's always somebody that need, a quarterback, man. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm almost just hoping they just see because I don't want to be the Rams and we got to get a Rams with they first round pick and golf. No, we not doing all of that.
yeah.
We know you don't be disrespected. If y'all gonna talk about we'll give you a 6th round pick for him type thing, nah, man, chill out, bro. you
Yeah.
know, and it ain't, and that's one of the pros too. Like I say, I ain't trying to shit on golf like that because he's an NFL quarterback and he good. He done did a lot of good things in the NFL, and I feel like this. Everybody say we need a top five O line. We need a top running back duo, which we got. We need wide receivers, which we got. Amon Rod, J-Mo, T-Sly, Khalif. We got 4 wide receivers right there that can hang with any 4 wide receivers in the NFL. Sam Laporta when he healthy. Shit, you mean to tell me ain't no quarterback else? They wouldn't be just as successful? We'd be struggling with another quarterback? With
Yeah.
a
I
top
mean,
five O line, top five tight end, top running back duo, Amon Rod, J-Mo, T-Slot, we gonna struggle. That's what pisses me off, bro. I don't care how many 4,000 yard seasons, bro. That pisses me off. You got that much. We had that much talent last year, bro, and we had that window because most of them cats was on rookie deals.
yeah.
That's when you
Yeah.
supposed to be winning. When they got them players on rookie deals, that's when you supposed to be winning.
Yeah. Yeah. We going to see. We're going to see, man. It's going to be an interesting offseason.
Yeah, Brad Holmes, this your year, bro. It's like this what we really gonna see if Brad Holmes cooking or not. He got to make some tough decisions, bro. And one of the toughest decisions I think he probably gonna have to make is whether you keep Sam Laporta or you keep Brian Branch or you keep Kirby Joseph. Which right now, which can you get from all three of them hurt? But all three of them up for Branch and Laporta up for contracts. Kirby already got one.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be a tough decision made. It already looked like they're gonna get rid of Anzalone. They wouldn't give him but about $1 million raise, so it's gonna have to be some tough decisions made.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. I think that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to golf, and then I think it's going to come down to some decisions on defense. Um, that's where the rubber going to meet the road.
Oh yeah.
Where do you cut the fat off? 'Cause you got to. So it's like, and so for me, that's why I said, if that was me, what I mean. Number one, I would be, I would be quietly just kind of looking around with golf to see what could be done. But number two, based on the current roster, you know what I mean, I'll be cutting off on the defensive side of the ball. I'd rather go with some, if I can cut salary there, what I'm saying? It might be an Anzalone that's gone, and I go with a young rookie linebacker. Um, somebody on, a couple of them defensive linemen that got, a little bit of salary. I might go young there too. So
Yeah, I definitely think DJ Reader
that's what I
gone.
see.
Yeah, I definitely think DJ Reader gone. You ain't gonna be able to afford to have DJ Reader, Tyleek Williams, and Aleem McNeil, and they still can't stop
Mm-mm.
the run.
Nope. Go young. Go young. Hey, second round, third round, I'm in there. I'm in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And see, that's why I think it's gonna be on Brad because we done seen him do it, some willing and dealing to get some draft picks. We seen it with Stafford. We seen it with how he did some trades to get J-Mo back in the days when we was getting two first round picks type thing. Only thing is he gonna have pushback from Dan Campbell because he love his guys? Or we gonna see we gonna get to see a lot about their relationship, the Lions in general. Cause I don't see them standing pat. I was gonna put the salary cap up there, but I, I just don't see with everything going on. They can't afford to stand pat.
No, they can't. I mean, I think we might have 10 million. We might be 10 million on you right now. Last
You
I
said ten
heard, I
million
thought
over.
it was like 10 or 12, something like that. But that's gonna get eaten up. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna have to. It's gonna be some sacrifices. There's gonna be some cats that ain't gonna be here next year. That's just what it is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just
I
what it
agree
is,
because
man.
yeah, I'm looking at the cap here, and I think I'm looking at Jared Goff with 69.6 million. Hold on, I'm gonna try to put it up right quick. Then we ain't gonna be on too much longer. Um, let me see if I can pull it up right quick. I gotta add this. Yeah, it's gonna have to be some differences. Damn, what is this thing?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no choice. I mean, probably on all three levels too. I mean, you got Anzalone that's probably gonna be going to linebacker. I would pop a couple of them linemen, and Curry Joseph probably be out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We can't take that chance. Like you got a whole situation. Like, we got to cut our losses now,
Oh yeah,
especially if I want to play
yeah,
Brian Brands.
yeah. It's a couple of things, like you say. It's a couple. I don't see nobody really just off the list. Nobody that's untouchable right now, including
Mm-mm.
Gar.
Nope.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of them years we knew it was coming, and we was hoping that they'd had a Super Bowl by now. Truthfully, you know, because I don't think nobody wanted to talk about all them extensions and knowing that eventually it's going to be some catching up to you.
Oh yeah, it just happens. I mean, Kansas City dealt with it,
Hmm.
and they they chose to get rid of a lot of those linemen. They went young on the offensive line.
Yeah,
Um,
and of course Talib.
and they let some cats go, like a couple of the defensive linemen. Shoot, his name's slipping my mind, but he's from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a Super Bowl MVP one of them time.
Yeah,
Um, let him go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you, it's only
yeah.
so much juice you can get from the lemon when you squeeze it. So,
True, true. And that's what comes with rock. That's why it's very important that roster management.
yeah.
Uh, as you say, we got if you everybody can see on there. That cap hit for Jared Goff is the biggest glaring issue next to even his age. I ain't the
Hmm.
one calling him old or nothing, but I'm old, but football years, that's old, I think. So he going into his 32 and cap hit of 69,600,000. But the thing is, that big thing to me is that dead cap,
Hmm.
63,800,000. Base salary 55 million. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Another thing is you're almost. I mean, I love Taylor Decker and what he done did for the Lions, but you're almost to the point where if you ain't gonna be able to practice, you barely gonna be able to play the games. Is you might gonna have to retire.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah, yeah, no doubt. But I would say that about Glasgow as well. I mean, they both older. now.
Both there. Yeah.
So
That's about
yeah,
30 million in
I'm
debt,
going younger.
30 million in cap hit right there.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going younger. Um. Yep. I'm going younger there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Yeah, you got Kirby Joseph right there below them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty much everything after that is manageable. I mean, a couple of cats you got to pay. You know what I'm saying? Jack
Yeah,
Cameron
you
you got
got
to pay.
yeah, you got
Uh,
I think ain't this year Laporta and Branch.
yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so that one gonna be tough. That Laporta one is gonna be tough
Oh yeah. Both coming off
because
injuries.
yeah, but you can find tight ends in the draft. Like a lot of colleges use tight ends in a lot of creative ways. So that's how they got Laporta because
Exactly.
you know he's like we let old boy go to Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
Like we ain't pay him.
True.
The other cat that was from Iowa, his name slipped my mind, but yeah, we let him go when it was time to pay him.
You talking about
Like, yeah,
Hawkinson?
yeah, Hawkinson, yeah. Phew,
Mm,
out of there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Drafted Laporta, didn't miss a beat. So
exactly.
guess what? I'm willing to roll the dice again because
Mm-hmm.
you got the golf issue. Now if you can find a way to deal with the golf issue, then you probably can pay a Laporta. But
Yeah.
until then,
Can't do it.
can't do
Yeah.
it.
Till then, you can't do it. Even DJ Reed. I mean, I think that really threw us off. It's kind of messed up because a lot of things threw the lines off that could have been advanced right now. Like Enos Rakestraw was a situation where you probably wouldn't even be getting a DJ Reed if he'd have panned out. You still would have
Hmm.
been on the rookie contract with him. Um, I I still go back to players like Kobe Storesdale. It's like, man, if some of these players would have panned out, even with like Broderick Martin, if Broderick Martin would have panned out, you wouldn't have needed DJ Reader.
Right.
You know, so they got a lot of times for that. Even like you gonna have to make a decision about Sion Vake, the running back. He can't stay. He can't stay. He can't stay healthy.
Right.
So
Right.
Mickey Wingo. Mickey Wingo. You gonna have to make some decisions about a lot of these cats.
Hmm.
So we might not see the same team, close to the same team as we've seen the last 2 years. It's
Yeah.
possible.
Yep.
You gonna have your foundational players. You gonna have your Amon Ra out there and your Penny. But you got to decide who you and Aiden. You're gonna have Aiden and Penny and Amon Ra, and you're gonna have probably Tate Ratledge and you know what I'm saying, some of them cats like that. But you got to and Jameer Gibbs, of course. But they're gonna have to make decisions around them, even with David Montgomery.
Yep. Uh,
Because
the David
my
Montgomery
thing is,
thing is
I
going to
want
be,
David Montgomery, but if you ain't gonna use him, then you might as well go let him go.
yeah. I think that's going to depend on the OC. Like, who do you go, who do you go get? You know what I mean? Like, you get a veteran OC that can manage his offense, manage all them egos, and you know what I'm saying. Get everybody, get some touches and keep everybody happy. Like you gonna need that. You gonna need a veteran OC. You know what I'm saying? A Brian Daboll or somebody out there that what I'm saying that's got that experience. Um, and we'll see what they do with that. Do they try to poach somebody else's OC? You know what I'm saying? Like
But
to me, that's
see that,
really important. That it's going to be key. You know what I'm saying? Because the
but
type
see
of staff that
that
we have,
decision.
like if we didn't, like because of how Campbell needs to operate, you need to be able to trust that OC. Like
Uh, I agree on to a certain extent on that because it's gonna depend a lot. Dan Campbell, like I said, it's a lot of decision making gonna have to go on because see Dan Campbell. there's one. It's a reason why he went and got Morton because he wants somebody that's been in that system. So it's hard to get somebody that ain't been in that system if he's a veteran OC or not. A veteran is who you would want, but if you're a veteran in Sean McVay's offense or somebody else's offense, the complicated way that the Lions run their offense, he might not mess with it. I ain't gonna lie to you, he might not mess with it. His biggest thing, I think he could have. I forgot the guy name, but the Jets had got him. That Nordstrom cat. He was the he was an offensive something. He was offensive coordinator, or I mean not coordinator, but he went to the Jets with Aaron Glenn to be their offensive coordinator. Tanner Ingstrom, I think it was.
Yeah,
He wants somebody in there like that came up within the system. That's exactly how they found Ben Johnson. I remember Ben Johnson was like a specialist, offensive specialist or something. He wasn't nobody knew about nothing about Ben Johnson. He came up through the ranks through that system.
yeah,
That's why it's kind of hard for me to see him going and getting another OC from that might not have nothing to do with that system because that system is to me is not that it's harder than any other system. It's just so predicated on so many certain intricate things that it could just go wrong if you ain't meshing it right. And that's why he
yeah,
wanted Johnny Morton. That's why he felt like Morton was going to be the guy. And turned out he wasn't. But if you get another OC from like say that was with Kansas City that's used to doing something that way, when he come over there, are they gonna mesh together? That's the biggest question.
yeah. I mean, well, he better go get somebody that was in it then. Hey, go,
Uh,
go get Joe Lombardi. You better go get somebody. Bring him
That,
back.
oh, nah.
you gotta, you gotta bring him back. You better do something. You know what I'm
Might
saying?
have
Because
to.
it's
I
all
mean,
Sean Payton's system. Is a Sean Payton
a
system.
lot of it is mixed in with that Peyton system, yeah. And a lot of them came
So
from that same tree.
yeah. So yeah, you
But it's
better.
just different because it's different. It's Peyton's system a little, but it's different. Because when Peyton had his system really rolling, it was with Breeze.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which Breeze could move around. It was a lot of things tailored around Breeze too. But it's this one is tailored around golf.
Right.
And that's why I
Right.
think Ben Johnson, in my mind, was really happy to leave. Because if I'm gonna
For
have to
sure.
design everything around you, shit, I'm really limited.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And
he
now
gonna
he
have
with
to.
Caleb and feeling like, hey, man, I can, so now you gotta bring somebody in because like with Morton was just with Bo Nix. And Bo Nix was having the best year, so they figured, oh, he can help Bo Nix. Yeah, come on over here. You can help golf. And we seen how that ended up.
Yeah,
Two
because
different
the
quarterbacks.
part that they left out is that Sean Payton still had his hand on it. So Sean Payton ain't never out of play calling. So,
No, yeah, true.
but Dan
Yeah,
Campbell
yeah.
don't need to be a part of play calling. So yeah, but yeah, they're gonna have to get some. I mean, they
Gotta
probably
make
going to
something
poach
happen. I agree
somebody.
with something gotta shake.
Yeah, go get Joe Brady. Somebody that's in that system, so or that system adjacent, something that you know. Um, but
Yeah, because that's why I just from watching their system and looking at it in depth and thinking, because they really destroyed Hendon Hooker because they tried to force him into that system and he couldn't get the timing right. He wasn't the type that'd take a 3 step and just just he wanted to roll out and do a quarterback rollout and what I mean. He wanted to do some mobile things with his feet and they was forcing him and containing him to try to just do this. And 1, 2, 3, know where your wide receiver gonna be. 1, 2, 3, he ain't there. Hurry up, look that way. If he ain't there, eat the ball, throw it out of bounds or whatever. And he just in his mind, he wasn't never getting it. He was struggling. He was struggling. So that's why, to me, that pro of damn, we gotta ride with golf because it's hard to get a quarterback in that system and have them doing as golf doing because golf is probably at the highest level of knowing that system. It's sad to say, but he probably at the highest level of knowing the system. Now he ain't at the highest level of knowing the calls and the pressure from the O line and all that. Like you said earlier, he ain't at that kind, but he at the height of that knowing the wide receivers, where you supposed to be. Did you right there? You 2 yards off. You where you supposed to be. Hit that line. This where you supposed to be. Go there. I'm gonna hit you right here. If I don't hit you right here, uh, do something else. No, it's not too much improvisation in that offense. You feel me?
Mm,
So
yeah,
he at the height of him, and that's why him and Amon get they got a good rapport. But we seen a lot of that early. But the more teams got used to them, most of Amon's is short routes now. They know what you gonna do. They done you done killed them too many times. They know what y'all gonna do. So teams are figuring us out a lot more.
yeah,
And it's because of this system. The system is not based, it's not something where golf can just break down and go and make his own thing happen.
yeah.
So it's something like you say, something gotta happen. I'm just wondering what can we do to make it better when this whole offense was centered around golf.
If it's centered around golf, you got to make golf comfortable. You
That's
fix
it.
that line, get them
That's all
OC.
we can do.
That's it.
That's the only after everything we done just said, that's the only conclusion we can get right now. That's the basis. That's the basis. You gotta if you got Penny Sewell, you start there. What do you do? Do you put him at left tackle?
I would. I, because even if you have to go younger on the offensive line, if Taylor Decker is out of there, if Graham Glasgow's out of there, and now you going super young, you know what I mean? Then that's what you got to do. Um, I think you do that. You draft now. It's about the draft. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what high level center can you get from, a program that's historically been
Now,
able to, put out good
now on
offensive
now on
linemen,
that
especially.
note, what you just said. Now on that note, what you just said right there. What if Frank Radnor came out of retirement?
Then it makes it even a little bit even easier. It's a short term fix, but now instead of needing three offensive linemen, you need two. So I
Yeah.
think you still had a draft there though. Um, which I think
Uh,
you always have to draft there. You know what I'm saying? If because teams don't let good offensive linemen go. They don't. So I always hear people
mhm.
like, man, like when they make the cuts, and if a lineman got cut, chances are
Yeah, they
something
know you
going
should
on.
picking
You
him
know what I'm
up.
saying? We should know that better than anybody. We was happy. Oh, we got TJ Lane. His
And he
whole
loved the Lions.
body is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he
It
couldn't even
was we
last,
got the
man.
we got
Like,
the
so
shell.
it's red flag, man. They got cut. They in the waiver wire. They in the no.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah,
draft
you
them.
got the end of it.
Yeah, got to draft them. So you might as
Yeah,
well go on and draft them. You know what I'm saying? And hope that you got the best coaches that can put them in the best position. And you know what I'm saying? You got to roll with it.
yeah, and I agree with you on that. Um, the best course of action. I mean, from my understanding of the way I feel is probably the same as you. Is first you got to show up that offensive line, and I forgot what the guy. I'm trying to see it right now. The it's a tackle in the top 10, I think. Mawaga, Francis Mawaga, but it's another guy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
was
to see if
looking
I
at a
can see this.
mock. I was looking at a mock. Uh, they had us mocked with an interior offensive lineman from like Penn State or something. Like I forget
Yeah,
which mock it was, but yeah, I mean
Caden
that's
Proctor.
what
That's
Kansas
what I was
City had to
looking
do.
at.
You know what I'm saying? They kept they veteran tackles. You know what I'm saying? But they replaced that interior line with young cats. You know what I'm saying? Which
Mhm.
sometimes you just got to do that. You got to make that investment.
But see, we got that investment. Like I was looking at Caden Proctor. Like you can get Caden Proctor and put him at. right tackle and keep Penny at left tackle, take him to left tackle. And then if like you said, Frank Ragnar come back, you got him at center. And I would say you got a choice of at left guard and right guard of Tate Ratledge, Miles Frazier, and Mahogany.
Mm,
And I like Miles Frazier over Hoggy, I ain't gonna lie. Mahogany did great last year, but this year he struggled with more time. But
yeah.
Tate, I think, will be better next year. And I think Miles Frazier might be better than Mahogany.
Okay.
So if you can get somebody like Caden Proctor or somebody that can shore up that right side, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't. I definitely would move Penny to left because I wouldn't want to have to draft a tackle and make him be the left tackle to protect the blind side.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And then I would tell Hank Fraley, come on, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about the best course of action because you still got if you maintain or able to work it out to where you keep most of everybody, and you got J-Mo already with a deal, Amon Rao already with a deal, T-Sly with a rookie contract. If you keep Khalif, if Sam Laporta come back healthy, or if you can, I don't know what you got to do with his contract, and you still got Montgomery and Gibbs, you got way more talent than mostly any team out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say I'm mad now. I'm mad again because I was just thinking about all the doggone talent and thinking about how we just lost to Brosman. God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna see. We gonna get my blood pressure. I think it's rising right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get up off here. But hey, man, we're gonna try to stay up on this. This is gonna be an interesting. This might be one of the most interesting off seasons in line history. It's gonna be a real big history mover right here because, in my opinion, most of the teams that had teams like the Lions have a lot of decisions, they come out one or two ways. Think back to the Philadelphia Eagles of last year. When they went to the Super Bowl last year, the year before that, they was a total train wreck. Like the team was supposed to have gave up on Fangini, or I forgot the coach, the Sirianni, I think it is.
Yeah.
Forgot it. They had totally gave up on them. Eagles was whacked. They was giving up. It was just bad for them. I think they went out. Who they lost to? Did they lose to the Packers that year? They just gave up that year or something.
Yeah.
First round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the next year they come and they win the Super Bowl and everybody love them. They just forgot all about that previous year.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So that's kind of what you're looking at because a lot of teams that besides like dynasties like the Patriots or Kansas City Chiefs, a lot of teams that won the Super Bowl had bad years the year prior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
So
it can change that quick. So that's what we hoping
yeah.
for.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that's what we hoping for. I mean, like you said, that's what we hoping for. I think we're in a better position than any other team is like that. Because you look at the Vikings, they kind of was in the same spot we and they had a 14-2 season 14-3 season last year. And now look at them. They beat us, but still they had a worse year than we had. But one of the main reasons is that's again the pros and the cons of golf. Which again, I'm with it. If we're gonna ride with it, we got to. I mean, we got to do it. But the Vikings got rid of Sam Darnold, tried to ride with a rookie. He can't stay on the field because he keep getting hurt. I don't know what is but the young cats keep getting hurt like this. But JJ McCarthy can't stay on the field. You done traded Darnold. Then you went and got Carson Wentz. He get hurt. Now you down to Brosman. So that's one of the pros of keeping golf because it could happen to us the same way. If we got rid of golf, we could get us somebody that can't stay on the field, a draft, and then we could be the Vikings of I think Vikings what they about 8-8 I think 7-8
Yeah.
7
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah yeah but they was just 14-2. They was just 14-3. Same. They was on the. We just had a big battle last year. It was us. It's like us and Lions and Vikings was right there. Packers and Bears. Now it's like Packers and Bears flipped, and we flipped down. So it happens. Like I said, game of inches. It happens. But I think we're in a better position than what they was in, and we can flip it, and we need to flip it. We need to flip it, and it's like I say. I just mentioned earlier about 6 of those losses this year could have been wins. We're not that far off, even though everybody mad. We all mad. We pissed off, but actually we not that far off.
Right.
But
Yep.
it's a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of little movements that that you gotta stay within that not far off, and not to where you do something and make you go way off to the other end like the Vikings did.
Yeah.
Because look at Sam Darnold. With Sam Darnold with Seattle, and I think they like the number one ranked team or two.
Yeah. They top 3 at least.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I be reading them Seahawks too, and they hate Darnold. Most of them cats hate Darnold when they talk about it. They talk about how they start to choking late in the games, and yeah, it ain't too many teams that happy with their quarterback. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie, there's not too many teams happy with their quarterback.
Hmm.
So it is what it is, man. Look, man, we gonna ride it out. Keep your blood pressure low. You know, uh, you might have to not try to read as many comments as you're gonna read because some of these comments is gonna piss you off. And if you love golf, you might have to avoid some Facebook posts right now because they going off on him on a lot of them.
Yeah. Got a good distraction. You know what I'm saying? Michigan basketball doing good. So
You just have to end the show bad, bro.
gotta have a good distraction, man. Pistons doing good
I'm
too.
about
How
to
about
drink my bud
that?
over here.
Pistons, man, number 1 seed, baby.
Number one. Yeah, basketball is good. I
Yeah.
don't know when that game is with Michigan State. Is that coming up soon, ain't it?
I'm not sure. I haven't even looked.
Yeah, it gotta be coming up soon.
You would think so. You
Yeah.
would think
Cause I know
so.
they usually been done played in December.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a good one. I ain't gonna lie, Michigan been on the juggernaut. They've been on the road. I'm hoping they got it all out their system.
Man, we'll see, man. This gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good
Yeah.
one, man. I'm trying to see when it is. Uh, trying to see. That's January. January. Look like January 30th.
Damn. That
Yeah,
far?
it's a month away. Yeah,
How many times they played this year? Is it just that one or something?
it's probably just that one. That's
Oh
what it
yeah,
seemed like.
I
Cause
forget.
we would have played by now, or it'd have been
Exactly.
coming up close. But we got all these extra
Yeah.
teams now,
Extra
Oregon, and all,
teams.
so it probably flipped the schedule some kind of way.
Hmm.
So, uh,
Damn.
yep,
This would
yeah,
have been the year.
January 30th. Yep, and
Damn, the March Madness right around the corner then.
man, it is. Oh, we do play twice. March 8th.
Oh, we played before the tournament then, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I think it's the
Mm.
last game of the regular season.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, they try to do something with that schedule.
yeah, yes, it's loaded. It's loaded.
Ah,
You're gonna play everybody. USC, UCLA. Yeah, it's loaded.
yeah. Then that's gonna be a good game, though. I believe. Where that first game at is in Michigan or Michigan State?
I believe the first one is at Breslin. Yep, first one is at Breslin.
It's at the Breslin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yep, and then that last one is at Chrysler. Yep. The tickets going
Yeah.
crazy too. It's
Oh, you
three hundred
already know
dollars
it.
right now.
That, that might go like to an NBA game.
Man, it's crazy. The tickets going
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, especially if they both. Because I don't know what's Michigan ranked
2.
two,
Yep.
and I don't know what Michigan State ranked. And I forgot what they in
I'm,
top
I'm,
10
I'm
though. I
thinking
think ain't it?
8. 7, 8. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to see
Uh,
too.
yeah, so I believe it. Yeah, it'd be a top 10 matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be yeah, we yep. Ninth, eighth, ninth, we behind Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I think it's hold on, let me see. Damn, what happened to my other screen? Okay. So let's
It's
see.
football on right now too. Man, NFL schedule crazy, man. Baltimore and Green Bay playing right now. Didn't even
Oh
know.
yeah, they did have that. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. This the one I had. The basketball rankings had Arizona number 1. I didn't know they was balling like that.
Yeah, man,
Uh,
they got some ballers out there. They got some twins. They got some twin towers out there. Boys is
yeah,
big.
yeah. I see a 7'2". They got a 7'2" center and couple. Yeah, they got some couple big cats. I
Mm-hmm.
think. Yeah, that's right. Because what's name can't get off the bench up there. Bryce James.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bronny's brother. you say Brian's son too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yup. Yeah, Bryce playing with him. He wasn't getting that much. When I last checked on it about a month or so ago, he wasn't getting too many minutes. I don't know. He might enter the transfer portal if that keep
I
up.
think he is.
Even though that's crazy, even though they the number 1 ranked team, cats don't care about that nowadays. You win every game, win a championship. Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah. Guys, people want to play, man. They don't want to wait it out no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he might be out of there.
Yeah, but that's why they need to, when they going through the recruiting process, man, you need to go somewhere where you're gonna play. You want to play, right? But they be getting caught up in getting recruited by the big programs.
Mm-hmm.
They commit, oh, I'm going to Arizona. You ain't got no playing time coming up, so you could have went
Yeah, you supposed to look at
mid
that
major
roster
or something,
beforehand.
or could have went
Yeah,
somewhere else where you knew you was gonna play. Go to a Marquette or go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? You go and play.
exactly. You can't worry about if it's a top 10 team. You might can make them a top 10 team.
Exactly. Exactly,
Yeah.
man. So
That's
and it's
wild.
still
But
some
uh,
yeah.
uh
Yeah, I was saying it's some other teams they can go to, man, where, you can go to a Texas Tech or something. Uh
mm,
Baylor, even though Baylor just signed a G League cat. Like these cats, the
yeah.
whole thing is changed. It's crazy. Like they
Like
sending
how
these
he
G
come back?
League
He had
cats.
he had got drafted in 23, I think, wasn't
Yeah, like cats last year top 15 pick going back to college.
he?
And the NCAA
Yeah, I
giving
seen
them
somebody.
full like they
Yeah,
giving them like 3 years of eligibility. Like what the hell going on?
bro, that's wild the way the game done flipped now.
And letting them play
I know
now.
somebody
They
was
like,
talking
hey,
about.
I committed to such and such, and I'm eligible to play now. Like, wait, the season, you just it's like an NBA like mid-season pickup. Like, you can play now.
Yeah. That's why I seen somebody talking about Izzo. They was like, shit, he might well go get Cassius Winston or
Man,
Deontay
better.
Davis.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Yeah, they got drafted and played. Yeah.
Shit, man. Why not, man? Sure, I'll take one of our former players. Where Iggy
Uh,
Brasdikis at? Where you at? Bring him.
yeah, exactly.
We need some more shooting, man. Come on back.
Be like, hey, like he only got one recruit in his class. Yeah, we only recruited one person. We got three coming back from the G League though.
Yeah, that is nuts, man. That is nuts.
Yeah, and the guy, and he played professionally overseas, I think.
Yeah.
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 Well, I don't know what the NCAA don't know what they been hit so hard they don't know what to do.
And they scared of them lawsuits. They just like,
Yeah, they like
all
fuck it,
right.
man. Shit.
Okay. You eligible? Come on in.
Get them whatever they want.
Yeah, they shoot, man. They're like, we ain't got
Man,
no money to keep fighting this stuff, man.
you talking about getting whooped? They got whooped.
Yeah. Well, that's what they get though. I mean, greed got the best of them. You know, if
All them
they just would
years,
have
yeah,
gave in a little bit, when
they could
players
have
was like,
avoided
"Hey,
all
man,
that.
I just need a meal plan," you should have gave them a meal plan.
They
So,
would have been happy.
yeah, give me a meal plan, man. Hey, shoot, help me get a little
Hmm
car or something, man, so I can get around. You know,
Yeah,
I'm like,
50, a
nope.
100,000. If they'd have said 50,000, 100,000 about 15 years ago, they would have been satisfied. I mean, a lot of people would have rolled with it. They would have
Yeah,
stayed with their amateur status, probably, or whatever they would have tried to.
yep, yep. They'd have been
But
fine.
yeah,
Yep,
now
yep.
you
They'd
got
have been
cats making
fine.
what 10 million.
Oh man, now they killing the game now. Shit, they killing the game now. Them was like free agents every offseason now. Like, I might go in the
Yeah.
portal. Somebody, where I seen a quote, I seen an article. I think it was either a Texas A&M player, or they're talking about he re-signed with Texas A&M. Like, wait a minute, what? Got a new
Resign.
contract. I was like, oh
Hey, but most of
wow.
these cats got agents and everything right now.
Yeah, like he resigned.
Yeah.
He gonna play for the 26th season with Texas A&M. Like, wait a minute,
Man, bro.
ain't he committed?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Year to year,
I
year
mean,
to
I,
year.
I mean, it's something beautiful for cats that ain't never see what we saw, but we saw everything. We saw a long time ago. A lot of 15, 16-year-old, this is what it is. This is all they know.
Hmm.
But we saw the 80s and 90s and 2000, early 2000s. So it's a wild year. It's a wild game now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember having these conversations, man. I know we had them
Oh
in
yeah.
sports talk, but I had them in some,
hmm
in some of these Michigan groups and stuff like that. And a lot of these cats was mad,
Yeah.
when we were
Back when
talking about
O'Bannon was
player
pushing
compensation
it.
and stuff like, oh, they don't need to be paid. I'm like, if these schools don't give in, that flood,
hmm
that dam gonna break, and they gonna wish it didn't. Like, go on and give them that little. You could raise that stipend a little bit. You can go on. Come on, man, a food plan. A
Yeah.
cat came to you and said he couldn't eat at night, and you ain't even make that small adjustment. Even if you thought
They
he was
couldn't.
bullshit, you be like, you know what? Everybody get a full plan. Like, just you still making millions
hmm
and millions of dollars head over fist, putting all of them on a meal plan. You can put every student, college student athlete on a meal plan, and y'all will still be
Building
billions of dollars
building
ahead.
whole buildings.
Instead, y'all got greedy. Nah, nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
And
and now
Ed
and now look
O'Bannon
what's
like,
happening.
blah, broke it open.
Exactly. Yep, they get not anytime somebody wants something that name that they don't even like probably hearing that NIL. They probably get nervous when they see NIL.
Man, so you see what they doing now? They can't. Shit, the money getting low. They getting desperate. They
hmm
signing deals with venture capitalist companies trying to get some extra money. Now you
Bro,
selling your whole program down the drain. Like,
bro, this game might get wicked in about 5 to 10 years. It might get real wicked.
it's gonna get wicked by next year because
Right next
Utah, one of
year.
the programs that's interesting, but Utah is one of the ones that just signed a venture capitalist deal with a company,
Mm,
just to get an influx of cash. But you,
mm.
s- man, you getting into bed with venture capitalists ain't gonna be good.
Nah,
They ain't giving you what your team is really worth. They just know it's like payday loan, man. They just give you some money up front,
yeah.
man. That's all they
That's
do.
that loan shark.
Yeah, they give you some money up front. We'll give
25
you
cent on
20
a
million up
dollar.
front. We give you 20 million up front, man. You can upgrade the stadium and do that. Don't worry about it. We got you. They know down the road they finna get 200 million out of your program.
Bro.
Or more.
We
Or more.
it's
Because
gonna be
y'all
it's
gonna
a
re-up
dirty
them TV
game.
deals, y'all gonna do all that stuff, and they gonna be like, run it.
Man.
You see it on
You
the
know,
black,
that's a
you see it on the
whole
dotted line
different
right
show.
there.
I ain't even
We
gonna
we
lie to you, bro. It's so much on that. It's so much on that. Damn, we done hit 2 hours, bro. We can go on and on. There's so much sports going on.
for sure. Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt,
we
no
done hit
doubt.
2 hours over there. I don't think we
Man.
planned on being on this long, but it went. We just get to rolling.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we still had a lot of subjects we could have touched because it was a lot of subjects, but hey, we're gonna try to catch back on here next week. What's next week? Is that right after the first?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
I think I might be in Little Rock on that day.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, the third.
Third,
Yeah, I might
yep.
not be able to make the third. I got my brother wedding. I'm gonna be at. I'll keep you posted though.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. But we're gonna get ready to roll up off of here, man. We appreciate anybody and everybody that's rolling. Salute to you. I know a couple people that hung with us. I see one especially. I don't know who else watching on their other channels, but man, I appreciate y'all. I know Jeff appreciate you. We just kicking sports, man. If y'all want to kick it on us, or you even want to request to come on here and kick it and talk some sports with us, let us know. We got some room here and there to come on and kick it. Um, we just want to say we appreciate you even tuning in, or time is valuable. So anytime that you spent with us, man, we appreciate it.
No
So
doubt.
yeah, bro, you got anything you say before we roll off here?
Man, nah, man. You said it all, man. We appreciate y'all, man. All the likes, shares, comments, everything, man. We appreciate y'all. And man, if we ain't on next week, we'll be on the next week after that, man. But make sure to check us out.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, salute to y'all. We appreciate y'all. We out of here.